Alright, welcome back to Roguetech, and welcome back to Challenge Run from the Ashes. So, we have our Bushwhacker, nice and improved. Definitely toasty for this planet, but that's fine. And then in 11 days we'll have the Dervish ready to drop. So, we did go extravagant, which is why the Dervish is only taking 11 days. But we're gonna go ahead and just jump into a mission. For those of you who didn't stick through the end of the last episode, here is the new Bushwhacker. Like, it's basically the same as the Bushwhacker at the start of the episode that we built together. But we have a Fire Control Predator and Comm Suite now. So this should be very accurate. When we do fire the PPC, it should fairly reliably do some damage and wreak some havoc. And we're going to be scrambling enemy sensors while being stealth. It's fun. Lots of fun. So, into a mission. We have Blackout. I don't think we're up to 3 skulls yet. If we got lucky, as we did at the beginning of the playthrough, and there was only one lance that we had to deal with at the end of the Blackout, and we had turrets on our side, this would be very easily doable, despite having low rating. But yeah, we're gonna stick to the general idea that we're dropping at or below the lance rating. So we have 2 battles. Scramble can only load 600 tons, but the enemy forces will be limited as well. And this time we can only load 6 units, but no, the enemy force will be limited as well. Those both have the opportunity to be easier than a normal battle that's 2 rating. I don't know which would be the simpler one. I know this will be a limited number of units for sure, so we're going to drop on that. And we're doing fine on money, so I think going full salvage here is the right call. Now then, switch those. Alright. Sarge staying on the nap for now, so that means we have 10 max evasion, thanks to the good old escapist ability, as well as reduced visibility both from the narrow low profile, as well as from Sarge having escapist. Then the Scorpion, we're dropping Tinker into the tank. And with that, here we go. Alright, so here we go on a battle that will hopefully not cost us too much. I'm hoping for just a single lance. Should be able to handle that easily. If there's more than 1 lance, well, could get bad. But that's the point. There should always be a chance that things will go bad. Makes things fun. At least for me. Okay, so we see Pirate Lance. A Nova? A Nova? That's amazing. I think it's a quick sell Nova, but I would love that little guy. Cadaver, Crab, okay. And a Hellspawn. Well then.
Waiting on you, Commander.
That's a lot.
Moving out.
But it is just a single lance, so if there is a battle that we can... Excuse me? How did I not notice that? That's a Toro, a Pisces, and a Daimyo with a multi-purpose VTOL on top of us.
Yeah?
Welp. So much for things being simple. Yeah, I am at a loss for how to deal with this for the moment.
Roger.
I think definitely getting out of where we are, turning around and facing these guys before the rest have a chance to come in and engage us. Definitely ideal.
Skipper.
I assume that as soon as the non-reposition round begins, we are going to immediately get the message that, oh, there's reinforcements.
I got you.
Because, you know, Darius is always late to the party. All of this is... This went from a little bit concerning to, oh dear, we're all going to die. But we'll manage. Best we can, at least.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, is it going to be after I move that Darius realizes that we are, surrounded? Okay. So that is indirect. Those lines are indirect fire, which means they can't directly shoot into my back. And I'm going to try to take down the VTOL. Wow, that is a VTOL I would love to have. Look at the armor on that thing. I was not expecting that. Wow. Yeah, give me that. I think it's actually worth it to try to crack the egg.
Got it.
Crit.
My heat's getting pretty high.
Okay, they brought in a UAV.
Heads up, Commander. You
Wow.
have hostile contacts inbound.
Darius. Really? Really? Okay, we got a heavy PPC with, Now, the good news is it hit the turret. I'm pretty sure that we were one dice roll from losing. Yeah. If it had landed either side, we would have lost our tank in the first shot of the enemies. That's terrifying. Alright. So, that needs to be dealt with. That needs to be dealt with. And I think that's a backstrike if I've ever seen one.
I'll do what I can.
Oh, what else do they... What else do they have? But he's standing in the mineral field. So my hit chance is terrible. That Toro has no evasion. Yes. Yes, I'm doing that.
Let her rip.
Target acquired. Okay. This is, yeah. This is fine. If we can take the 100 damage pinpoint off the table... If we can get that 100 damage pinpoint gone... the multi-purpose VTOL was damaged on the right, which means this is the side I want to be scurrying towards. That, I believe, is optimal range.
Moving to full throttle.
Cool.
All weapons, go.
That's fine.
Stand still, dummy.
It's fine. Everything is under control. Everything is fine. Yeah, the light PPC is not as scary as the heavy PPC. Had I realized with the Bushwhacker that the Daimyo had a heavy PPC and that the VTOL had so much armor, I would have changed what I was doing. But, c'est la vie. They also have a snub-nosed PPC. Awesome. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of stuff I would love to have. It's just a matter of, can I win this? Reminder, this is dropping 1/2 Lance rating underneath the difficulty.
I hear ya.
Yeah, I don't think that double Lance rating is viable anymore. At all. I mean... Wait, where's the tag icon? Ah, there's the tag icon. Toro. I could just move and shoot. I could jump and brace.
Good to go.
I will actually see. Okay. I can once more shoot the heavy PPC this round, as well as the handheld rack, and then next round take a cooldown turn. Okay. With that knowledge, yeah, thing's scary. 40 ton with the heavy PPC. I don't know. I don't know about that one, but I do know that my 55 tonner with the heavy PPC is having a good time. Yeah.
Got it.
I'm gonna run. Does this overheat? Ah, here we go. Oop. Problem solved. Does that let me actually fire? It does let me fire one of the LRMs. Alright.
Tell me what to shoot.
I mean, head hit?
Pretty hot in here, Commander.
I guess one of the rack rounds. Or one of the missiles, yeah. But, yeah, as long as I keep hitting him from the left, the Toro should go down.
What do you need?
Maybe even this activation. Alright, so. If I move there... And then... Okay, maybe not such an extreme angle. Yeah, calculating. If I move there... It's still only 6, okay. Yeah. Move there. Alright, well, I will be happy with 6. And hopefully a kill on this Toro. Hopefully.
Copy that.
Nope. I think the tank might have spawned with busted treads. It hasn't moved yet. Also, that primary lance is still just milling around over there. So glad they don't seem to have any kind of scary, like, indirect fire or anything. The multi-purpose VTOL did rotate with its damage side away from me, so... Yeah. I think I'm coming down.
Right, let's move.
And trying to finish the Toro with our LRMs. Nope. The shell has been cracked, but we have not been able to stir the yolk. The PPC from the VTOL is missing, which is great relief. But these reinforcements are a lot and terrifying.
That's all you got?
What can I do for you?
Okay. I really need a cooldown turn. I really need a cooldown turn. So this is all indirect fire from them.
I read you,
Move,
Commander.
brace,
Moving out.
drop all my heat. Daimyo. Terrifying. Missing everything. Beautiful.
Yep.
Sarge. Can you please finish this? Calculating to there. Striking him from the correct
Understood.
side. And does this finally kill? Please.
Take this.
No. We have yet to kill a single enemy,
Enemy flanking.
but it's fine. So far, everything is fine. They did get line of sight to our back. Is that rockets? Was that rockets from the Hellspawn? I don't know.
Yep.
Don't have a clue. Yeah. This is not optimal range, but surely sooner or later the Toro will fall. He's panicked. At least that's something. Oh, the light PPC was jammed. I see. That's why it wasn't doing anything successfully. That's bad. So as far as positioning for that cooldown turn, very poorly. I positioned that very, very poorly. So if I do something like that. I can basically turn around and still shoot him from the same side with 6 evasion. Hopefully that's enough.
I'm taking the shot.
Well, he's tagged again. Ow. Poor Nat. Okay. They successfully tagged the Scorpion.
That all you got?
Oh, another backstrike.
Outside.
Okay, at least that one they didn't have, I guess, rockets left. I'm assuming that the salvo
I
of
hear
40
ya.
missiles was actually just a rocket barrage. I mean, it's a backstrike.
Pedal to the metal.
It's a backstrike with a chance at stray shotting the Pisces. Gets all of our heat stuff cooking again. Please.
Targeting enemy 6.
That is so unfortunate. Alright.
You could fry an egg in here.
Alright.
Do they think they can hurt me?
The PPC was jammed. I was gonna say, I am thankful but confused why he wasn't firing the heavy PPC.
Confirmed.
Okay. So. There is not a single place I can fire on. I cannot fire from optimal range anywhere. Even if I gave up direct line of sight for obstructed. Oh. Nope. It's just out of optimal range. So it's either obstructed line of sight, optimal range, or direct line of sight, not optimal range. Can tanks not do the waypoint? I guess not. Noted. So the estimation is 27.5 unless I go with obstructed, in which case I can get 50-50. I am quite alright with 50-50. Here we go.
I'm on him.
MRM crit.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Like, he's still panicked, but ooh, ow.
Damn it. I got an armor breach.
Yep, I see that. Hang in there, Sarge.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Okay. I can run in and shoot him from behind. But I would only be able to do it with the PPC. Oh no, that's right. I can fire standard this round, no problem. Or do I reserve? See what they do, where they go.
Good to go.
I don't think I can afford to really let him fire that PPC again. I think if able, I just need to go for it. Make sure I don't overheat though. 36%.
Got it.
That was not enough.
My heat's getting pretty high.
Toro. Alright, 50 damage pinpoint. Scary.
Reporting. Serious armor loss.
Daimyo. Heavy PPC crit. But it's not destroyed? Not destroyed.
Standing by.
Breaking line of sight. Like, honestly, the Nat has been getting beaten pretty hard. But landing the tag. But our Bushwhacker is going to need a cooldown turn. Because we are now, next time we activate... Did we not already have the coolant flush active? Ooh, that's important. It's very important whether we're going to be at a fail chance with the coolant or not. If we have our coolant capable of critting, then we're going to have to take a cooldown turn.
Aye, aye.
I don't think it's worth the risk. I think I am actually going to take a defensive turn with the Nat. Move and shoot for highest hit chance possible.
Understood.
At least try to get the light PPC off the board. Maybe. He's tagged. At least there's that. Oh wow. They actually have line of sight from there. Well, Tinker needs to get out. Unfortunately, Tinker is, I was gonna say same turn as both of the enemies there, but no, we're good. So that is the right side, which means we want to turn to the left. Left side towards enemies.
Double tap. Let's go.
And then try to shoot the VTOL. Alright. Yep, the tank still has not moved. Now, it's also only shooting like a single ballistic weapon at us, so maybe it's fine.
Damage is minor, Commander.
But yeah, here goes. Does the Bushwhacker need to take a cooldown turn? Ow. The NAT is now open in a different location. I know, because if it had hit the open location, it would have
What can I do for ya?
exploded. So yes, we do need to take... We were supposed to take a cooldown turn last turn. Whoops. Apparently we were already at the 40% fail chance.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Whoops. Unless I have to keep it completely off for the fail chance to reset. I don't know, I'll have to look at that. I thought I understood how it worked, but... Yeah, that's a heavy PPC. I hope that that scream was not actual death, and was just,
10-4.
you know, fear,
Here we go.
and that hopefully Sarge is alive. Alright.
My internals are taking a beating.
So this is interesting. Do I even have a chance? Like, genuinely, do I even
Damage
have a chance? Because I still have to kill the other entire lands.
Targeting enemy backside.
Heavy PPC incapacitor destroyed.
Critical hit. My heat's getting pretty high.
But at least we'll be able to find out if the coolant flush works the way I think it does. Yeah, oh boy. This is,
Hey, we're getting outflanked.
this is rough. This is only a half rating above our lance. Yeah.
Orders.
I mean, maybe I should have prioritized the UAV. Maybe I'm underestimating how much that sensor information matters.
Affirmative.
But I'm also going to fire at the Toro because surely
That should have hit.
Surely killing something will be important. Alright.
Waiting for orders.
So I can punch and shoot the heavy PPC into his back. Or I can punch as a cooldown turn with the integrated TSM on. Yeah.
Moving to position. Ah!
Not enough, though. Not enough.
Minor damage,
All right.
Commander.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know if it's just because of early game or if it's just like if they're dropping in like heavy PPC medium mechs in two difficulty, 2 chevron missions, and you cannot rely in any way on hitting, like the old way of using missiles to get at least guaranteed damage once somebody's open and to slowly make sure that they eventually die.
Yep.
It's not really an option anymore, eh? So yeah.
Affirmative.
I don't know. We'll see what we can do.
Firing.
We will see what we can do. So, I think really the biggest difference, the biggest change, is just that you can no longer backstab to get better hit chances. That single change, I think, is what makes this playthrough so much more rough than everything before. Because even if I was dropping a full lance, hypothetically, of medium mechs,
Good to go.
my hit chances are so bad. And I would still be outnumbered even if I was dropping. Because so far we've basically just been fighting just the reinforcements. The others just got here. And we haven't even killed a single enemy successfully. That'd be a 52% to kill, effectively.
Ugh!
Yeah. I believe that every run is just now a challenge run. Like, aside from the economic craziness that I'm doing. Like, even if I was dropping a full 2 lances, hypothetically, at this point, that means up until this point where the second lance arrived, I would have still been fighting about the same. Like, I had 3 units against 4, and it was bad.
Confirmed.
So if I had 8 units against 8 from the onset, it would have still been bad. That's interesting.
I'm there.
That is interesting. That said, like, what are the odds they drop in a snub-nosed PPC, heavy PPC, light PPC, all in one singular lance? Alright. And yeah, the accuracy changes, the volume of fire matters so much.
Nice! That hit hard!
So very, very much. Because the more shots you're taking at
Damage
30%,
minus.
40%, whatever, like, you're going to hit much more reliably.
Careful! They're looping around back!
Yeah,
I'm taking a
there's
pounding,
0
Commander.
chance the whacker is able to handle this.
Commander?
But surely I can at least kill the daimyo, right? You know what? Shooting the Toro makes more sense for this activation. If I hit the heavy PVC even on the arm, it is going to go all the way through.
Right, Commander.
Cool.
Enemy down.
Enemy down.
You could fry an
That's
egg in
the
here.
first one. And now, in a very scary and ballsy move,
10-4.
Tinker is going to sprint this way and hopefully finish the dynamite.
I'm on him.
Okay,
Enemy eliminated.
2 down. The question, though, is just, can I, especially with the right side tracks crit
Damn it.
now,
Damn it.
can I successfully finish these guys off?
Minor damage, Commander.
That's good. Oh, also the tank finally moved. Yeah, if he had been doing any actual damage from the beginning...
I took a hit in the meat.
Alright, so probably should have killed him sooner. But the higher priority targets were... terrifying, as I said. So... how do I do this? Just the Bushwhacker. Half its armor taken down.
Good to go.
I mean, that is a shutdown crab.
Got it.
Full stop. Center. Ah, I ran through fire. Well. Well. Alright. Oh, he restarts this turn, so next turn all I'll be able to do is shoot him in the back without picking center. Oh, hello, Sprint. Oh, never mind. He is not by default a bunch of stability damage. So that was not a tackle or charge. That was just a hit. But he did miss, so he is unsteady. Does that actually increase my hit chance?
Battlemech power-up detected.
So I can have an 80% there, or 86% there.
Right, Commander.
Hi. Please die.
Roger, Commander.
Okay. Side torso down.
That's a critical hit.
Yeah. Structure exposed on the whacker.
Can't take many more hits like that.
It's interesting to me that battles are so much more dangerous just by virtue of hit chances
They're coming around the side.
and flanking being changed so much.
This is getting serious.
So that's interesting.
Careful, they're looping around back.
And also,
Okay,
yeah,
that was bad.
there is no chance of me finishing this successfully.
Commander?
So it's sad that battles are basically off the table until higher skull. Like higher lance rating. until I have Mechwarriors that can actually land shots. Which makes sense. I mean, lore accurate. Battles are incredibly dangerous. You generally take like hit and run stuff if you're starting off.
Affirmative.
I mean, we might as well go until the bushwhacker explodes, but definitely not going to.
Targeting enemy 6.
Definitely not going to commit to the results of this. I was just so sure that dropping at Lance rating, I would be able to handle a battle.
Armor breach! Internal damage!
And it's worth noting that Lance rating has
All
changed
units
in
destroyed.
such a way that that Nat and that tank together did add half a Lance rating. So those were rated as half of the Bushwhacker, or close to.
Mission failed.
And of course, there goes 100,000. Lost Sarge and the Nat. Lost Scorpion. Bushwhacker, we lost all the head components. So yeah, that's MRMs, IFF jammers, like that's the remnants of the 2 mechs that we were able to kill. And there were still 6 more targets, and we were only dropping half a Lance rating underneath the difficulty. So, yeah, I've said it multiple times in the comments, interacting with some of you. It really feels like now, in the modern, CC iteration of Roguetech. Alright, chill. It really seems like mission difficulties tends to be you must be this tall to ride. So, if you don't have a 2-star or, 2-rated Lance, at least in the early game, it very much feels like you are not capable of handling this difficulty. And that's just perhaps my impression from this particular singular experience playthrough. But I feel like the battle, there's not much I could do other than just get more units on field and hope that by having more stuff for the enemies to shoot at, that, the the shots that do hit don't completely prevent me from beating the mission. Definitely leave in the comments if that is a unusually challenging to difficulty battle, or if things are just not looking great for my interpretation of the difficulty system, or the, rating system. Because I'm pretty sure they did change whenever they were shifting from the skulls to the chevrons. I don't think it was just a visual change. It might have been. This could all just be the perception of having not played in over a year and coming back and going, wow, a lot's different. It could just be the culmination of, the tweaks changing what made my playstyle successful in the past. It could be that you're just supposed to drop as much heavy armor as you can on missions. You're supposed to just take super easy missions until you've built up a, comparable, a sizable force. But, yeah, definitely drop in the comments what you've been, if you've been playing Roguetech CC, what you've been experiencing for Lance rating compared to the difficulty, as well as whether or not things have been as incredibly rocky in the early game. Because I feel like I've got every advantage possible. Stealth, tags, evasion. The only thing I don't have is numbers. That is the only thing I have not had to my advantage. But as far as the stuff I'm dropping, I feel like the 10 evasion nat with the tag mixed in with just the bushwhacker should have done... It should have performed better than only being able to kill 2 mechs. In theory. Because I was shooting at them round after round, and... like, unless you just have swarms and swarms of weapons hitting the enemy, it just doesn't seem... I don't know. Now, mind you, this is not a condemnation of the modders. They are making the experience they want. I'm just really curious if this is specifically the experience that they were going for. In part because I know that they are fans of letting, like, or having light and medium mechs and such play a bigger part later in the, campaign, so that nobody's just... I don't know. The changes, I am interested to see where they go. I understand the systems have been reworked a lot. But, yeah. After the consideration of the last couple of episodes, and after once again being shown that battles the way I am currently playing are not even possible, I'm going to call this the end of the challenge run. And starting, if my count is correct, next week? If I'm wrong, then tomorrow. This is just going to be a more standard run. With economic strain, yes. But not combat. I'm going to take... I'm going to take milk runs. This feels, again, they might not have changed anything directly with the rating system, but it feels like these are now, you must be minimum this lance rating to have a good chance of winning, or even succeeding, not even winning. I would say losing all but 1 mechs but barely finishing the mission is not winning. That's just successful completion of the mission. But yeah, I'm gonna reload the save. We're gonna take this assassination. We're gonna see if my 1.5 rated lance can at least handle the assassination half rating cicada takedown plus its escorts. That's either tomorrow or next week, and yeah. The challenge run is now only going to be a challenge run in the sense of the economics being hard. I don't even know if I'm going to do the whole scrapping thing at all anymore. That depends entirely on how this next mission, which again I'll be dropping triple the rating on. We'll see how that goes. But for now, that's been your episode of Roguetech for the day. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, have a good one.